Hello and welcome all you basketball fans for another installment of high school basketball. Tonight, the Austintown Fitch Lady Falcons welcome in the Cardinal Mooney Lady Cardinals. Of course, Ty Bartell alongside Brandon Colangelo with the call for you tonight. And Brandon, this is a game that is a repeat of Saturday day, I should say. 2:30 p.m. Start time at Mooney. Same teams. Just 2 days ago. Talk to me about both these teams coming into this game. How does that pose a challenge? How does it make it a little bit easier, considering the fact that they just played each other not a couple of days ago, not even a game in between? This is still fresh in both of their minds.
Right, well, they definitely picked up something from each other. I mean, they're going to know some schemes. They're going to run what they're going to want to do on offense and defense, of course. And the little in-game series is going to, open up some opportunities to really try and exploit each other's defenses on both sides for the Cardinals and Falcons.
And what Coach Nurnberger said from the Lady Falcons, he said when you play a team like that so close together, not much time in between, he said it's fresh on your minds, and he's like, that loss is still sitting there for them, and it's something they've been thinking about. They had a day to think about it coming into this and trying to correct some things. I mean, on the other side too, Coach Baker said, it's easier because you have that familiarity. You get to you know the team, you know what you're going up against. It's still fresh in your minds, he said. But it is challenging because now they're going to be adjusting to what you threw at them. So now you have to find some new things to throw at them to try to beat them on that end as well. As we get ready, starting up here in the middle. Same starting five that we had at Mooney. And, of course, Mooney did come away and prevail in that game. 10-point win after it was a close back-and-forth affair for about 3 quarters. Opening tip goes the Falcons' way as Maddie McCann bringing the ball up. Goes to Chelsea Wheeler, swings it out to Creaky. Creaky thought about the three, worked it inside to Wheeler, back outside. 3 from McCann, no good. Rebounded by Creaky. Creaky goes inside to Wheeler. Wheeler tries to go up with it, puts it up and puts it in with the foul. That's a good way to start if you're the Lady Falcons. Get some points up on the board early. Wheeler going to the line for an and one opportunity.
Absolutely, with the contact there also.
And that's what we saw. There was a lot of inside scoring for both these teams on Saturday, a lot of bruising. Where the Lady Cardinals went right, though, +2 in the rebounding. As we see miss, but a nice steal by Bartlett. Creaky now with the ball back outside Bartlett. Swings it out to McCann. Maddie McCann back to Bartlett.
Trying to get some movement going here.
This is now Creaky, top of the key, pump fakes, now steps to the right. Shot up, no good, rebounded. Jocelyn Jordan to Chelsea Wheeler, up and in, high off the glass. Wheeler with another 2. 4 points already for Wheeler in the first minute. But, yeah, Cardinal Mooney, Lady Cardinals, they had a +2 rebounding advantage, and that's what Coach Baker said. He pointed that out as one of the big advantages is why they were able to come away with that game, being hard-nosed inside and getting those rebounds. So we see a fight for the ball down low. Jump ball is called. Stays with the Lady Cardinals on alternating possessions. One player to highlight, though, from that last game, Maria Fire, number 44. She came off the bench. She's going to be doing so as well in this game. Big, tall girl. I mean, she's sophomore forward for this Lady Cardinals team, but really beat the Lady Falcons down low, scoring in the paint defensively and rebounding. So definitely going to be a player to watch in this game. Hoisting up a 3 and no good. Rebounded by McCann.
And that's going to be a travel. She picked the ball up there.
As we didn't get the initial word on it, but yet Maddie McCann does travel, stays with the Lady Cardinals.
And you're just getting in the lane there and just getting in front of them, forcing them to adjust, and you'll get them sometimes on that.
As DiOrio goes to Huff. DiVincenzo back to Huff. Huff trying to drive inside to her right, has to swing it out to the corner. As Coach Baker visually frustrated because they're trying to operate in their offensive scheme. As Jocelyn Jordan picks it up, Emma Bartlett gets the handoff. She's going to bring it up. Emma Bartlett to Jocelyn Jordan. Jordan shuffles her feet there again, travels. And that was a problem, too, what we saw Saturday. A lot of traveling violations from the Lady Falcons, and that is one thing Coach Nurnberger says. He's like, one turnover is bad enough. Once you start compiling them like that, you could really, shoot yourself in the foot and get behind in these games.
Absolutely. We've seen them add up here at Fitch.
And, I mean, Falcons have done a great job in the first half against both Mooney and what we saw against West Branch, too. problem is finishing the games. Lining it up from 3, rattles in and out, unlucky bounce. Maria Fire is in, tried to go up, no good, but the foul, and that is where she is so good down low. Offensive rebound gave Jocelyn Jordan all sorts of fits on Saturday, and it looks like it's going to be much of the same. It's Coach Schnernberger bringing Jocelyn over, probably suggesting how you need a player, because that's what Maria Fire did a great job. It's either she's making the shot or you're giving her too much contact and she's going to get them at the line.
She nails that one. Yeah, I mean, she has tremendous length. I mean, she could, just as easily put her arms up and just give her the bump when she goes fully upward with it.
And exactly what Coach Baker said for the Lady Cardinals. He said Maria Fire was vitally important in that Saturday win because of just how she was able to outmuscle and get that first hit inside. Going out of bounds, stays with the Lady Falcons. But very quick to the ball on both offensive and defensive rebounds. And, I mean, you know as well as anybody, Brandon, winning that rebounding battle is half the battle in most games.
Oh, my goodness, absolutely.
As Zeta Cricky pump fakes it, swings it out to Wheeler. Out. Jocelyn Jordan hoisting up from 3. No good. Rebounded by Wheeler. Back out to McCann. McCann swings it to Cricky. Cricky with the fake. Drives to her left. Goes baseline. Shot is up. No good. Rebounded by the Lady Cardinals. Huff has the rebound. She's running in transition now. Swinging it to the corner. Now backing back out to the wing. And they reset. Diorio back with the ball. Diorio turns on the Jets, goes inside, now passes inside to Fire. Fire up, no good. They call the traveling violation. Wow. She had a good shuffle and they just shuffled her feet a little bit too much. But, I mean, great move by Fire down low. And as you see there, that's what they're going to look for, is get Fire involved early. As Bartlett to McCann. Screen set by Jordan. Trying to get it to Wheeler, almost stolen away, is stolen away, nobody in front of her right now. Wheeler tries to come up, shot up, no good. Second chance opportunity, no good, no foul is called. McCann has it, now they're running in transition are the Lady Falcons. McCann to Cricky, great defense played. Cricky lines it up, misses everything. Fire with the rebound, now Diorio running back in transition the other way. Diorio turning on the Jets, trying to get a pass inside off of the fingertips, goes to the Lady Falcons. McCann with the crossover. She tries going all the way. Looks like a foul is going to be called. And it's going to be on Diorio.
It's going to be a push there on the floor. Slow it down here just a little back and running forth. Pass it out of the side.
As Rotuno checking back in for Lady Cardinals. Diorio checking out. Maddie McCann looking for an inbound. Has to go high up, tried to get it to Jordan, but again, Maria Fire, too good of a defensive player to do that to. Only a sophomore, too, so Maria Fire is going to be an integral part of this Mooney program for years to come with how much talent she has. Fire hands it back off Rotuno to the corner. Thought about the shot, tries to work it inside to Fire. Foul is called on the entry pass. I believe that was on Jordan, and it is. Jocelyn Jordan already 2 fouls on her in the first quarter. And that is, I mean, that's a great thing that Maria Fire did, too. I mean, you want to talk about Saturday, because now Jocelyn has to check out. We're only, less than 4 minutes into the first quarter. Already 2 fouls.
Right.
Once you can get someone into foul trouble like that, it takes one of the tallest, no, actually the tallest player on the Lady Falcons team off of the floor. That's half the battle in winning the rebounding battle, once you take the tallest, the biggest part of their rebounders.
Absolutely, the person with the most length off the floor. Absolutely, that'll help you to see a turnover there by the Cardinals.
As Emma Bartlett bringing it up. Bartlett trying to find contact, goes to McCann. McCann swings it out. And a lot of perimeter passes. Chelsea Wheeler with the ball. Chelsea kicks it to McCann. Almost lost a nice way to keep it. McCann tries to go all the way, hoist that shot up. Didn't really set her feet too well on that shot. Running back in transition, Rotuno guarded by McCann. Rotuno kicking it out to Scavina. And now all the way shot, tried to go up, hitting the ground hard. And she comes up hobbling. Hopefully she's all right. That was, of course, that was number 31, DiVincenzo. 3 for McCann, missing everything out of bounds. She says she's all right. Hit the ground hard, just looked like maybe lost balance underneath her off of that shot.
Right, maybe a slip or something like that.
Alyssa Rapp will be checking in for DiVincenzo. Also checking in, Ayla Ray. Maddie McCann checking out. for the Lady Falcons. 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter, just a 4-2 score. Lady Falcons leading it, but all 4 of those points coming off of Chelsea Wheeler buckets, but a very big defensive game and a lot of turnovers going on in this first play. And then we see another turnover there. Emma Bartlett bringing it up. Both teams trying at least to find some sort of offensive flow right now, having trouble doing that. And kicking it out, Zeta Cricky. Pump fakes, goes all the way, tries to go up and in. Rebounded by Ayla Ray. Shot is up, no good, but the foul. And Maria Fire getting a foul drawn, or getting a foul called, rather, on her. And if you're the Lady Falcons, that's what you need to try to get her in foul trouble. Because, I mean, much like Jocelyn Jordan, if you can get her off of the floor, you have a better chance of winning that rebounding battle.
Right, if you can take that anchor out from them.
As the bounce does not go Ayla Ray's way. And going to have to try to go 1 for 2 at the line. As Maria Fire, only 1 foul on the night, but they do indeed sub her out. As you would assume, Coach Baker wants her more down the stretch. Doesn't want to risk her getting 2 fouls already early in the first quarter. As the Lady Cardinals losing handles on it, Rotuno comes through big though. Rotuno crossing half court. Ayla Ray was guarding, now swings it out to Rapp. Huff with the ball. Huff back out to Rotuno. And Huff trying to penetrate, backs up, puts it up and puts it in. What a beautiful shot by Huff.
What a step back.
Little pump fake and a quick step back, up and in. 4, tied up at 4 for both teams. 2:25 left in the first. Ayla Ray kicking it out. Zeta Cricky always trying to shoot that 3, always ready to fire away. Passing it back off to Zeta Cricky, and she moved her feet a little bit too much. She started running before she actually had the ball.
Yeah, a little overzealous there on the cut.
Another turnover, though. Both teams losing the ball a lot as the defense have been operating tremendously well. As Rapp swings it out, trying to get it back, missing the pass. Not sure if that's where they were looking for, or if there was miscommunication on the pass, or what the issue was. Point is, Lady Falcons get the ball back, 2:01 left. Emma Bartlett checking out, Maddie McCann checking in. Even Zenzo also checking in, and she's still hobbling too on that.
Yeah, a little shaken up by that fall.
You gotta wonder if she's 100% going into this, as Scavina, I should say, checks out for the Lady Cardinals. Ayla Ray with the ball. Shot up, 3 up, no good. As that was Cara Perrone attempting the 3.
It looks to be a jump ball. And alternating possessions goes the Falcons' way.
As, I mean, both these teams, I mean, you know each other now, you know their moves. Could be why we're seeing so many turnovers in this first quarter. I mean, you have that fresh in your memory. You know what these players are going to do. Trying to get it in. And it looks like a foul is called. I believe that was on. Yes, it was. It was on Rotuno for the Lady Cardinals. 5 fouls already on the night for the Lady Cardinals, 2 for the Lady Falcons. Minute 46 left in the first quarter of play. Maddie McCann getting it to Cricky. Cricky swings it out. Perrone pump fakes a 3. Now drives inside. Mid-ranger is up and in. Clean shot from Perrone.
Great shot there. Follow through the contact.
2-point lead for the Lady Falcons. As Steven Zenzo to Huff. Huff with a 3. Quick shot. Putting it up and in. The bank is open, Brandon.
Wow, shots are falling tonight.
Using the glass. High off the glass. That 3-point shot banks off of. And now the Cardinal Mooney Lady Cardinals with a 1-point lead. Ayla Ray to Perrone. Perrone trying to get to her spot. Has to go back out to Cricky. Cricky, after the nice screen by Perrone, shot is up. Tried to answer with her own 3. Ayla Ray working it out of the hands, but getting it and regaining possession are the Lady Cardinals. Running in transition is Rotuno. Rotuno guarded by McCann. Rotuno backs out, goes inside to Huff. Huff makes one move, puts it up, puts it in. As Huff, single bounce step, rolls to her left. Hook shot up and in, clean 3-point lead for the Lady Cardinals. Maddie McCann working it the other way now to Zeta Cricky. Cricky works it to Wheeler. Wheeler guarded. Now McCann Back to Ayla Ray. A lot of perimeter passes right now for the Lady Falcons. Trying to work it inside. Chelsea Wheeler finds a lane. Shot is up. No good, but the foul will send her to the line for 2. As Chelsea Wheeler able to draw that contact, now hoping to cut into this Lady Cardinal lead a little bit, leading by 3. 25.6 seconds left in the first quarter of play. Chelsea Wheeler, 2 free throws coming up at the line. As the first one, too strong. Maria Fire checking in for the Lady Cardinals, as well as Elena Scavina. As now Wheeler going to try to go 1 for 2 at the line. Straightens out the second one, put it up on the board. 5 points on the night for Wheeler. Falcons trail by 2. As Rotuno kicking it out now, that's Rapp. Maria Fire trying to find a lane, back out to Rotuno. Left open in the corner is Rapp. No good on the 3. Rebounded Perrone. Perrone to Creaky. 8 seconds and ticking. Clock running out. Creaky stops, pops from the mid-range, puts it up and puts it in. She got to her spot. They left her open. Clock's going to drain out, and we're all tied up at 9. And boy, oh boy, much like Saturday, back and forth we go. It looks like we're going to have another case of that on a Monday night here in Austintown Fitch High School. And we're going to have that second quarter and the rest of the game here live on ysnlive.com just after these breaks.
Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown is going the extra mile. With the largest inventory of new 2020 Chevrolet vehicles, your journey to a better vehicle starts at the Mahoning Valley's #1 new car dealer, Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
As we return now for our second quarter of action between the Lady Falcons and the Lady Cardinals tonight. Brandon, talk to me about that first quarter. I mean, we saw a lot of turnovers happening. What can you see from both teams to try to fix that turnover problem for both offenses going forward as we're tied up at 9?
Just be smarter with the ball, and you need to communicate on offense, like we saw there for the Cardinals especially. They throw it out of bounds when she needs to come to the top to get it. You know, it takes communication and it takes teamwork on the floor, but the intensity on defense for both teams has really allowed these turnovers to come about.
And I mean, talk to me too. I mean, like we aforementioned earlier in the broadcast as well. I mean, when you're playing a team twice in 3 days, you obviously you know what their moves are.
And you're going to know their tendencies.
So it's fresh in your mind. How do you try to break those tendencies now going forward?
Well, you got to try and be organized and run some clean offense.
As we see now, Gia Diorio with the ball, slowing it down. Maybe the strategy they need to go with is just slow down the pace. They were running very quickly, both teams. That mid-ranger up, no good. Rebound, Fire was fighting for it, and she almost pried it out of 2 of the Lady Falcons' hands. Cricky, Bartlett from 3, no good. She tried. That was a deep 3 too for Bartlett. Couldn't get the bounce.
And you want to see her shoot that. She was open.
Absolutely. Sharpshooter for this Lady Falcons team, and she hasn't really been super involved from that perimeter shooting 3. So maybe something you'd like to see the Lady Falcons, implement her more from that distance shooting.
Absolutely.
Diorio tried to get it inside. Fire, fight for it. Emma Bartlett, jump ball is called. Lady Falcons come away with it on alternating possessions.
Great effort there.
And they're trying to work it to Fire, as you can see. But the Lady Falcons, I mean, you want to talk about adjustments from Saturday to today. Lady Falcons doing a great job of cutting off those passes. As Cricky, Emma Bartlett rolls to her right, now to McCann. Maddie McCann. Nice pass to the corner. Ayla Ray outside. Chelsea Wheeler to Zeta Cricky. Cricky looking for the screen, swings it to Bartlett. Around the horn we go to McCann. McCann now drives to the shoulder, passes it off to Ayla Ray. Ayla Ray shuffled her feet, went back to the Lady Cardinals.
Just couldn't find the shot on that one.
They were trying too. And I mean, you'd rather them, try to flow in a good offense as a 3 is hoisted up. No good. Offensive rebound for the Lady Cardinals. Right through the hands of McCann. DiVincenzo has it. Diorio now Back out, DiVincenzo from the wing. 3 is up and in. Clean, high-arcing shot for DiVincenzo. And that's a 3-point lead for the Lady Cardinals. Cricky bringing it up. And a slower, methodical pace we're seeing right now from the Lady Falcons. Not really running off of that make and losing the pass. Oh, this is all the way to the house. Shot is up and in. No chance. Diorio, with the speed that she has, nobody in front of her. No one was going to catch her. Great effort, though, by the Lady Falcons. And great, even with the contact, to take it. Shot up and in. But it's a 5-point lead now for the Lady Cardinals.
Barlow looks to be a little shaken up after that play. It was holding her ankle there.
And that would no doubt be a huge loss if she can't continue in this game. The big 3-point shooter for the Lady Falcons. As we're in round 2 of the Battle of the Birds between Lady Cardinals and Lady Falcons. The Lady Cardinals now pulling away with a 5-point lead. 6:04 left in the second quarter of play. One thing important to note, though, Brandon, Lady Falcons are in the bonus right now. So kind of interesting. They're kind of working it around the perimeter, looking for those shots and not attacking the basket.
Well, we saw them try to attack there, and they get the steps. They shuffle their feet. It's going to be hard to drive on a Cardinals defense that is so locked in right now. I mean, they're really blocking the lanes for the Falcons right now.
The Lady Cardinals do an absolute tremendous job of just staying in front of their man at all times. I mean, offensively, the Lady Falcons, they give them fits because, I mean, the Lady Cardinals just do not let you past them, and you're going to have to beat them straight up.
Right, they force you to beat them straight up, and they really make you stay honest. It's very hard for a Falcons team that's struggled on offense.
As we see, Diorio doing a full court press right on McCann and did a great job, made her have to hand it off. As they get the ball to Wheeler now. Wheeler losing the ball there. All the way up, shot is up and in that transition game. You can't beat them in it. Another shot, DiVincenzo this time, putting up 2 for the Lady Cards, and it's a 7-point lead now. And this can get away from the Lady Falcons if they're not careful. And yet again, traveling violation is called. And that has been the name of the game so far for this Lady Falcons team, is just the dancing in the paint, the shuffling of the feet. It's hurting them on all fronts. And, I mean, turnovers leads to points, and we see the Lady Cardinals are making them pay for these turnovers.
Right, it's just unfortunate lapse from the fundamentals.
Inside, Maria Fire backs down her man. Shot is up and in. Traveling violation is called, though.
See it again.
They did a great job of not allowing Maria Fire to have the ball and immediately score. They're going to make her have to dribble. And, I mean, they've done that. And, I mean, held Fire relatively quiet. McCullough loses the ball, tries to get it back, does not. Falling on it were the Lady Cardinals all the way. DiVincenzo up, no good. Diorio tried to get it. Third shot opportunity, up and in. Another shot is good. 9-point lead for the Lady Cardinals. Timeout, Lady Falcons. And it's a full timeout, and boy, oh boy, you got to get something corrected now because, I mean, we saw 3 quarters of back-and-forth basketball on Saturday. This might turn into a quick 1/2 game if the Falcons aren't careful with the way Lady Cardinals are making them pay for these turnovers.
Absolutely. They're just working down low and getting the shots up and the fouls to go.
I mean, it's not only just cutting off the driving lanes, Brandon. It's the cutting off of the passing lanes as well. I mean,
yes. Not
really many passes that the Lady Falcons have. I mean, they
just active on defense, honestly.
And it's not even to the fault of the Lady Falcons because they are doing a lot of off-ball movements. Just the Lady Falcons or the Lady Cardinals, excuse me, are staying with them tremendously. Maybe the implementation of more off-ball screens to kind of free up some players here.
You'd like to see it, but, you know, it's a fundamental basis that they seem to be lacking a little bit here. You know, you see it with the travel calls and some of the wild shots put up. And Coach Schnernberger's trying to talk them through it and trying to get the plays to be run correctly, but it's a little tough here.
As we see another substitution, I mean, bringing in the freshman, as Coach Schnernberger said, he's not afraid to put the freshman in if he's not seeing what he likes from the team, and he's all right implementing.
Sub is out.
Yeah, he's all right implementing multiple players. As we see, Cricky swings it out. Sendiak back outside Perrone. Perrone to Henning. Now Jocelyn Jordan from 3, no good. She wanted that one to go. Falcons need to start putting scores together. Diorio finds Huff in the corner. Huff drives inside, shot up. Nice defense by Jordan. Jordan pries it out of the hands. Great effort on defense by Jocelyn Jordan, prying it right out of the hands of Huff. Perrone now with the ball. Perrone taking a mid-ranger, missing everything on that shot from free throw line. Diorio backs out. Now three-point shot is up. No good. That was a miss. Scavina tried to make him pay from distance. Creaky works it back out. Perrone got the handles back on it and worked it to Jocelyn Jordan. Jordan tries to drive inside. Henning now out. Sendiak to Creaky. From wing to top of the key to corner. Lady Falcons, they're operating in their half-court offense, but Mooney has done a great job of staying with it. As Jocelyn Jordan tries to take it herself, rattles around the rim, gets the foul, and what you want to see more maybe is, I mean, no one's going to match her height-wise on the floor right now. I mean, you want to see Jocelyn Jordan taking it to the rack almost every time because much like Maria Fire on the other end, it's hard enough to guard her. It's almost like you have to foul her to stop her.
Absolutely.
As she sinks that first of 2 free throws, she gets on the board, her first point of the night. Jocelyn Jordan picking up those 2 fouls early in the first quarter really hurt the Lady Falcons as they lost their big center as she goes 2 for 2 at the line. Emma Bartlett checking in. Checking out is Cara Perrone. As Diorio, the speedy quickster for the Lady Cardinals, hands the ball off. DiVincenzo cross-court pass to Rotuno. Rotuno looks like she stepped out of bounds. She did. And an odd pass to go coast to coast on that from one wing to the other. I mean, we saw. I believe that was Huff that was right at the top of the key, but that shot up and no good. No, they actually called it a foul. It looked like they called her out of bounds. So my apologies, a correction on that. There was a blocking foul. Diorio making him pay. She'll go to the line now. As Diorio looking to get on the board for the night, missing her first free throw. She has 2 fouls as well on the night. As Diorio trying to salvage her second of 2 attempts. And no good from the second one. Bad trip to the line, but the rebound, second shot, no good. But another foul and another, looks like free throws coming up. No, it's going to be side out. They didn't call that on the shot. They called it on the floor. Ayla Ray checking in, Jocelyn Jordan checking out. And it's odd to see that they're putting Jocelyn Jordan in for short spurts, but I mean, Jocelyn Jordan did just pick up another foul, I suppose, but not really able to keep her in the game very long. As Huff, again, drawing another foul. This time Emma Bartlett commits. And quickly the Lady Cardinals trying to work it into the bonus. 3:17 left in the first half.
Right, they're just using their size down low and forcing them to foul them.
As Katie Huff, she'll go to the line for 2 attempts now. She's got 7 points on the night, make it 8. Big score on the nights already for the Lady Cards. As the Lady Cardinals looking to extend their lead to 9. Huff, second free throw, up and in. 9 points on the night for Huff. She is the game leader. Creaky bringing the ball up, gets it to Wheeler. Wheeler loses her balance going to the floor, and she will get a traveling violation on that. Lady Cardinals getting the ball back. Falcons almost working ahead of themselves too much right now, it seems like. Maddie McCann checking in for Henning. Has Diorio, 3:10 left in the first half with the ball to Huff. Now DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo tried to go inside. Huff was able to get it. Shot is up. No good. Rebounded, though, by the Lady Cardinals. Backing out is Scavina. It's Diorio. Rotuno. And, I mean, Lady Cardinals just look like they methodically break down the defense. And, I mean, a lot of smart passes, as we saw right there. Scavina was able to break defense. Great job of hustling back was Chelsea Wheeler. But, I mean, we did see Scavina was able to just fade away from the defense. She was left open at the wing. but Wheeler was able to pick it up in time to get a man on her.
And it's all that movement, too. You know, it really tires out the Falcons' defense if she puts it right up and in.
Last time it was Maria Fire. This time it's Katie Huff. 11 points on the night for Huff. Emma Bartlett to Ayla Ray. Ayla Ray kicking it out to McCann. McCann to Creaky. 2:20 left. Bartlett thought about the three, swings it out. Creaky, three is up, no good. Fighting for the rebound. Last touch by the Lady Cardinals. Falcons keep it, but it's now an 11-point Lady Cardinal lead. And tale of two quarters right now, Brandon. We were talking about a 9-9 game to start. Lady Cardinals outscoring the Lady Falcons 13-2 in this quarter. As we see Chelsea Wheeler to Ayla Ray. Ray to Bartlett. Bartlett to Creaky. Now McCann with the ball. Trying to screen for McCann was Creaky, going to the ground, hitting it hard, and almost losing the ball. Kind of just lost sight of what was happening as Creaky makes it up and puts it in.
Well, that fixes it.
Creaky says thank you very much, finds it at her feet. She puts it up, puts it in, makes the Lady Cardinals pay. As now DiVincenzo to Huff, back to DiVincenzo. Inside now, Scavina up and in. That inside scoring for the Lady Cardinals is absolutely tremendous. If you are one-on-one with them down low in the paint, you can almost forget about it. Over and back. Backcourt violation for the Lady Falcons, back to the Lady Cardinals.
Moving a little too quick there.
And, I mean, talk about, too, the Lady Cardinals, Brandon. I mean, what do you do to try to stop that inside scoring? I mean, it seems like almost every time they're down low, they're putting the ball in the basket as DiVincenzo tries to dial it up from three.
Well, you got to bring the double, and you got to go hard on defense. You can't allow them to get it down low. It's just something you can't let happen as that rattles out.
As Maddie McCann tries to go quick shot, jump ball is called. Lady Cardinals getting it on alternating possessions. Now the Falcons trying to make it up with threes, it looks like.
Right. And that's going to be a hard one to watch them all drop. I mean, we haven't seen it this far.
And DiVincenzo, nice pass to Fire. Fire up in, no problem.
High off the glass.
Like a hot knife through butter. It's way too easy for Maria Fire when she's driving. You got one person on her. That's not enough. Ayla Ray, Emma Bartlett dialing it up from three, and that's what you want to see from Emma Bartlett. A three on the opposite end, cutting the Cardinal lead to 9.
You'll need that from her tonight.
And Emma Bartlett, you've said it too, Brandon. You want to see her get more involved, and I mean, a great shooter for this Lady Falcon team. And I mean, you want to see her be a little bit more aggressive from three.
Absolutely. You want to see her get in a position maybe on the off-ball screens or some play you can run to get her open from three, because she does have a great stroke from out deep.
Scavina to Rotuno.
And they're going to need it tonight too, Ty.
As Rotuno acting as the ball handler with Diorio out. Huff now with the ball. Huff has to get it out to Rotuno. 18 seconds and ticking in this first half of play. Rotuno cuts to her left. Stolen away by Emma Bartlett, all by herself. Coast to coast, Bartlett shot is up and in with the contact. The foul going to the line for an and one opportunity. Emma Bartlett. You talk about her being quiet in the first half. 5 consecutive points for the Lady Falcons.
Some heroics here. You're going to need to see if she can convert the three-point play here.
As she was able to cut the Lady Cardinals lead to just 7 now. After it was standing at double digits. Rattles it around, could not convert the and one. Lady Cardinals going to have to work quick. 4 seconds and ticking. Cut off by Emma Bartlett. What a great awareness.
Great deflection.
As Bartlett, I mean, that shot inside. Lady Cardinals calling a full timeout. But I mean, Emma Bartlett, you think her mind's in this game right now too. I mean, talk about focusing up, and we saw it. I mean, you say too. I mean, certain events and certain things get these players focused. We see it with Todd Simons on the boys team. Once we saw he got dunked on that one time, the other time that no call on the trip.
Right.
I mean, certain things got focused up. I mean, do you think the same thing's happening with Emma Bartlett right now? Maybe she's taking a look at the score and she's like,
she might be getting a little upset at herself and her teammates for that matter, because they're all in this together and they are down. I mean, she wants to take it upon herself. We saw it there with the deflection and the going to the line there, going back to the three-point shot. I mean, she's been on top of this Falcons offense through the last couple minute here.
I mean, Coach Schnernberger can't say enough great things about Emma Bartlett, the senior for this Lady Falcons team, and he talked about that 2019 team when they had the Sabria Hunters, and they were one of the big powerhouses, and he said how big of a part she is with that team, and how just her personality is this. She's this fun-loving and energetic person, and he thinks that she is definitely going to be one of the more successful girls. As that shot unable to fall for Huff as she tried to end it with a 10-point lead. It'll stay at 7 going into the half. But, yeah, Coach Schnernberger talked about Emma Bartlett a lot and says that he expects her to do great things in college with her volleyball career. But, Brandon, this first half comes to an end. Lady Falcons able to battle back, cut the lead to just 7 for the Lady Cardinals. Real quickly, just a quick synopsis before we go into our halftime. What are you liking from the Lady Cardinals? What do the Lady Falcons have to do to try to claw their way back into this game?
I mean, great intensity from the Cardinals down low. Just forcing the Falcons to foul them is the only thing they can come up with to defend it at the moment. And you're going to want to see some more defensive sets from them. Maybe Coach Schnernberger probably come up with a plan, some kind of device to stop them down low. And you're going to need to do that or get the shots falling from deep also.
As we already have one half of play in the books with the Lady Cardinals leading by a score of 26-19. Lady Falcons were able to battle their way back into it a little bit to cut the lead to just 7. We saw the game Saturday go a lot of back and forth with the Lady Cardinals were able to come back and pull ahead in that affair. Maybe some of the same. Maybe the Falcons do it to the Lady Cardinals. We'll have that second half and more here live on ysnlive.com.
21 News.
Let's get right to our top story tonight.
More experienced reporters.
A new Wilmington restaurant.
GM Lordstown.
Telling more local stories.
We'll look at efforts
Boy
to
is
curb
recovering from a broken
around our valley.
Community in Niles. We are here in Youngstown, right up.
Because you expect
It's important for everyone.
No place like home.
more local news.
In Mercer County
Before
Court.
they become life-threatening.
21 News is our valley's #1 local news.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring. And, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
Hi everyone, this is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
Myers Family Insurance knows the importance of a great team.
Our team continues to grow to help you with your Medicare and retirement needs.
The annual election period is October 15th through December 7th. Now's the time to make sure your plan continues to meet your needs for the upcoming year.
Call today.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
I went to Greenwood Chevrolet because I was really interested in looking at the tracks.
Because I wanted my dream truck.
Because I've been going there for 20 years. I think whenever we go there, whatever car we're looking for, they have tremendous inventory.
If you're looking for people who care about you, Greenwood is the place to go.
You know, it's like family there. The girls know me in service. It's Miss Kim in the Tahoe.
I'm really happy that I went
to Greenwood Chevrolet.
Because they really went
the extra mile for me.
Now we're going the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Hello, I'm Greg Burbick with G. Burbick Farms. For the last 100 years, my family has farmed in the Columbiana and Mahoning counties. I began raising cattle in 1996 with the goal of providing a better product for you and your family on the dinner table. Our grass-fed and grain-supplemented Black Angus beef are raised with no hormones, steroids, or antibiotics. We're known for our hometown-friendly service and incredible tasting products. We're locally owned and have customers across the tri-state area. Our products go from our farm to your family. Stop by our farm on New Buffalo Road or visit us on the web at gburbickfarms.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. G. Burbick Farms, it just tastes better.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
When looking for home design inspiration, don't just be inspired, be Baird inspired. Whether new or remodeling, Baird Brothers has the latest trends like shiplap to refresh your home. Go from inspiration to installation with our wide selection of in-stock American hardwoods. From the rustic charm of antique oak to the warmth of traditional cherry, Baird Brothers has what you need to make your home inspiring. Baird Brothers, our family's heritage, your family's home.
This is Jim Myers with Myers Family Insurance, your local Medicare and retirement resource. We're excited to have sports back. Whether you're on the field or cheering from the stands, sports unifies communities and brings hope for the future. We're all one team working together. At Myers Family Insurance, we know the importance of a great team.
Our team continues to grow to help you with your Medicare and retirement needs.
The annual election period is October 15th through December 7th. Now's the time to make sure your plan continues to meet your needs for the upcoming year.
Call.
Friday night, it's Fresh Limousine. I'm feeling pretty good about myself, like I'm living the dream. Platform shoes, strut down the street. It's gonna get hot in here, I hope you can handle the heat.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
It's storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
And locally, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our area.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-risk futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
Rain will come and go tomorrow. There'll be some dry intervals.
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Tri-State Ford announces the Built for the Holiday sales event. Get America's best price on F-150 and great deals on our entire Ford lineup. Choose from Escape, Edge, Explorer, and Expedition and get $2,000 trade assist cash, plus 0% financing, plus no payment for 90 days on all new 2021 Ford models, plus a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty and more.
As we resume action here, second half between the Cardinal Mooney Lady Cardinals and the Austintown Fitch Lady Falcons. I mean, Brandon, we saw a good first half. That first quarter was very back and forth. Lady Cardinals pulled away. Lady Falcons kind of clawed their way back into it a little bit. But, I mean, from what you've seen, Lady Falcons, of course, a lot of turnovers, something they're going to need to try to fix going down the stretch here.
Absolutely. They're going to need to clean it up on offense, definitely. And try to get some clean looks, because that's most of it, is just struggling to find a look from either the outside or driving on the inside and getting those travel calls along with it.
As Maddie McCann with the ball, DiOrio is covering, forcing her to pick it up. As now Creaky out to McCann. McCann driving to her right, has to stop, goes to Jordan. Jocelyn Jordan outside. Chelsea Wheeler, mid-ranger, up and in. That's her bread and butter shot right there. That free throw line to the shoulder.
And if you can get that, you have to take it every time if you're Wheeler.
As Chelsea Wheeler now adds to her point total, 7 on the night for Wheeler. As that shot up, trying to respond, fighting for the rebound. Last touch by the Lady Falcons stays with the Cardinals. But no, Brandon, you're absolutely correct. I mean, at this point, it's just get your players to their spots and make their shots now.
Right, as the infamous Kobe Bryant said it.
It's, you get to your spots, you make your shots. I mean, if you want to break it down bare bones basketball, that's it. As McCann, Jocelyn Jordan to Emma Bartlett. Bartlett working her way to the right. Now couldn't handle it was Chelsea Wheeler. She tried driving before she had the handle on the ball. Coast to coast, Huff. It's too easy for her. Huff with another basket, extending her point total. 13 on the night for Huff. As McCann to Creaky. Creaky drives inside, outside. Bartlett thought about the three. Worked it inside. Jocelyn Jordan up. Couldn't get the rattle in. Fighting for the rebound. We'll see.
Out of bounds.
Falcons keeping the ball on the out of bounds call. It's Jocelyn Jordan. You want to see that shot drop. Unfortunate, usually does drop from that area for her.
Especially when you're virtually uncontested like that.
As Maddie McCann, hand off to Creaky. Creaky guarded very well by DiOrio. Emma Bartlett. Screen being set. Chelsea Wheeler, Bartlett open, puts it up and puts it in.
Great shot by Bartlett right now, carrying that momentum from the first half.
Can you say Emma Bartlett's feeling it? 2 triples already for Bartlett, cutting the Mooney lead to just 4. Ratuno to DiOrio. DiOrio inside pass, nice pass to Huff. Huff finds an open lane, shot up and in with the foul. 15 on the night for Huff, and she's going to the line for an and one.
Let them know.
And boy, oh boy, Katie Huff, man. Talk to me. I mean, you want one player that's carrying this team, 15, of the 30 points for Huff. What is she doing well right now, Brandon?
I mean, she's using her physicality down low. She's forcing them to guard her and foul her down there. And great take there with the Euro step. I mean, she just has a good repertoire. A good shot, too, from the outside. She's going to be a challenge for the Falcons going forward.
As Maddie McCann losing the handle on the ball, she's able to get it back. McCann gets it. Creaky from 3. Couldn't sink that one. Fight for it. Ayla Ray does get it to Wheeler. Creaky keeps it. Emma Bartlett, you know she wanted it. Tries to back off DiOrio. And there's going to be a foul called. Let's see who's it on. Did they call it on Cardinal Mooney? They do. DiOrio picking up the blocking foul. That is 3. 3 on the night for DiOrio. And I mean, that would be huge if you can get her out in foul trouble, and they might have to. As Maria Fire will check in, but you're replacing one threat with another. I mean, the quickness, the speed, and the dribbling of DiOrio's off the floor, but you have the physicality, the rebounding, and the power of Fire now replacing it. As McCann can't sink that shot, and that's going to be over the back, goes back to the Lady Cardinals.
Yeah, the Cardinals have the size on the floor now, that's for sure. And
that's what that's great boxing out down low, and I mean, that's where you get those over the back calls, is usually one player's just out boxing out the other. DiVincenzo inside, Huff with the ball. Emma Bartlett trying to work it off of her, and a foul is called on Bartlett. Bartlett trying to play hard and work her team all the way back in this game. Gets called for the foul on that.
Cardinals ball, side out.
As now the Lady Cardinals will be inbounding. Trying to find somewhere. Scavina gets it to Rotuno. Timeout is called, though, by Coach Baker. Quick 30-second timeout. I mean, just punch, counter punch is what we talk about. I mean, just these teams are just exchanging offense. We're right back where we started at the beginning of the quarter. 7-point lead for the Lady Cardinals. Falcons cleaning it up a little bit more, though, offensively, as you alluded to, something that they needed to do. Big change going forward. But, I mean, if you're the Lady Falcons, you got to try to just start getting fouls put up because, I mean, one of their best players in Diorio, 3 fouls on the night. If you could take her out of the game, you're taking one of their biggest distributor off of the floor.
Absolutely, and it'd be great strategy for Schnernberger and the Falcons to go ahead and try to pound it on her, you know, go right at her, force the ball down low, go to the line, and get the shot flowing a bit.
Another player to note, too, Maria Fire, 2 fouls also. She's in a bit of foul trouble herself. So if you can work one of those 2 players, heck, one of those 2 players off the floor would make it a lot easier for the Falcons offensively to operate, as those are 2 defensive anchors for this team. As Maria Fire inside works it up, no good, but her second chance opportunity up, no good, rebounded by Wheeler. Emma Bartlett bringing it up now. Bartlett tried to go. Nice defense by DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo tries to go all the way. Foul is called, and they will go to the line for 2. As DiVincenzo. Emma Bartlett picking up her 4th foul now. So we want to talk about key fouls. I mean, 4 fouls already for Bartlett. McCullough is going to have to check in for her, as taking Emma Bartlett off of the floor is going to be huge for this Lady Falcons team. And she was able to bank that one in.
She looks with a grimace at the bench with that one, the bank.
As DiVincenzo, 1 of 2 at the line so far. High arcing shot, misses her second of 2 attempts. Ayla Ray with the rebound. As Creaky hands it off to McCullough. McCullough to McCann. McCann rolling to her left. Shot is up, no good, but a foul on the opposite end. Let's see who this one is on now. And it's going to be on Maria Fire. That's 3 fouls for Fire. And they're going to have
to be careful out there.
And they're going to have to make another substitution, are the Lady Cardinals. As Maddie McCann cannot convert her first of 2 free throws. Olivia Rouser checking in, Maria Fire, I should say, checking out. So now you got Fire and you got Diorio in foul trouble off the floor. Maybe the prime opportunity for the Lady Falcons to come back in the scoring column, as we see straightening out her second of 2 attempts is McCann, cutting the lead to just 7.
Right, the lead is only 7. I mean, this is easily made up by the Falcons. If they can just get a stop here and a shot going on the other end, or go to the line.
It's now at the ball. Scavina tries to put it up, and great positioning by McCullough to get that rebound. Zeta Creaky. Creaky gets it to McCullough. McCullough to Ayla Ray. Ayla Ray, as Zeta Creaky from distance puts it up and puts it in right behind the screen of Ayla Ray. Another huge 3, 8 points on the night for Creaky, cutting it to 4. And this would be a huge defensive stop, and one that the Lady Falcons really need, as we hear getting a little bit louder in Fitch High School right now. Shot is up, no good, but a foul on the other end. As we see Coach Schnernberger having a conversation with one of the officials.
I think he's just upset because if they're going to call it on his girls, then why don't they call it around the floor?
As Huff now going to the line, sinking that one cleanly up and in. 17 points on the night for Huff. Huge scoring leader for the Lady Cardinals and for the entire game. 17 points, looking to make it 18 on the night. 4:12 left in the third, and she does. 18 points for Huff. As now 6-point lead back for the Lady Cardinals. Lady Falcons looking to score. Creaky Foul is called, and that's going to be on Rotuno. Rotuno now with 3 fouls. So three huge pieces for this Lady Cardinals team. 3 fouls. Got to sub Rotuno out. They put Diorio back in. Diorio also with 3 fouls on the night. Maddie McCann going to be inbounding. 4:03 left in the third. Zeta Creaky has it. Creaky trying to find a pass. Gets it to McCullough. McCullough rolls to the right now. Maddie McCann has the ball back. Maddie McCann goes cross to Creaky. Creaky hands it off. Ayla Ray. Ayla Ray backing down the defense. Ayla Ray losing the handle on the ball. It's going to be a jump ball, and it will be the Lady Cardinals ball on alternating possessions. As Coach Nurenberger, again, conversating with one of the officials.
He seems pretty upset right now, Ty.
As you gotta be wondering too. I mean, we've seen some questionable officiating crews. There's a nice steal from the Lady Falcons, losing the handle on it. Lady Falcons do keep it as it goes out of bounds. It's Coach Baker now on the other end. I mean,
he makes a great point. You know, you got to go to fundamental basketball in these kind of situations when it's tight and the Falcons are clawing back on the Cardinals.
Inside, Chelsea Wheeler, hook shot up, no good. Fight for the rebound. Coming away with it, Zeta Creaky. Creaky with Diorio on her. Works it inside. Maddie McCann tries to go all the way. She gets fouled.
And it's on the floor.
And that's going to be... And Maria Fire now picks up her... No, I believe that was 34, not 44. 34. Olivia Rouser picking up her first foul of the night. As Rouser picks up her first foul. As tensions are rising a little bit here in Fitch High School. Maddie McCann with the ball. Playing straight up defense, and another foul is called. This one is going to be on Huff. Katie Huff picks up her first foul, playing a relatively clean game up until this point. And now another foul on the Lady Cardinals. McCullough fighting for the ball, goes out of bounds, stays with the Lady Falcons.
And they're hustling, the Cardinals are.
As Zeta Creaky now. I mean, a lot of things have just happened on this half of the court so far.
Right.
As Maddie McCann has the ball now. Inside, Ayla Ray from mid-range. Couldn't put it up and in. Goes to Rouser. Rouser able to keep it. Rouser to Diorio. Diorio kicks it out to Huff. Huff back out to Diorio. Diorio just working it around the perimeter are the Lady Cardinals right now. Diorio has the ball. Back outside, 3-pointer up. Oh my goodness, another 3 for the Lady Cardinals. This one off of Scavina. A 9-point lead for the Lady Cardinals. Just executing very well on offense as Mooney right now. As McCullough to Creaky. Creaky, foul called. This one is on Diorio. Another foul, 4 fouls on Diorio now. They're going to have to put in Rotuno. No, excuse me. They're going to make it DiVincenzo checks in. They originally were looking at Rotuno, but Rotuno also has 3 fouls. So, as now foul trouble for Diorio. 1 foul, and she's done for the rest of the game. So, a lot of fouls going on for both teams in this game right now, Brandon. 2:20 left in the third.
Absolutely. It's becoming a factor. You have to consider it going forward.
As Ayla Ray, Creaky from 3. Could not find the bottom on that one. DiVincenzo working it on the transition. Nice pass up and in. By the book, just beautiful transition game from Mooney. DiVincenzo to Scavina. Bread and butter basket 100% of the time. As Chelsea Wheeler, shot is up. Could not get that one to rattle in. Goes out of bounds. Lady Falcons get it. 11-point lead back for the Lady Cardinals, and the Lady Falcons, after battling back to as much as within 4, now find themselves in an 11-point deficit yet again. As Zeta Creaky. Creaky to McCullough. McCullough tried to do Euro step. Up and in! Oh my God, the dramatics If she's going to make that, she's just going to make that, Brandon. There's no stopping it.
What a floater off one there. Jeez, oh, man. What a shot to have in your repertoire.
As Scavina to DiVincenzo, out to Huff. Huff from 3, missing that one. Rebounded, though, by Scavina. Out to DiVincenzo. Inside pass, almost stolen away.
Great deflection.
Lady Cardinals keep it. Cara Perrone checking in. McCullough checking out. As Gia DiOrio, or excuse me, DiVincenzo, I should say, is now with the ball. It's Scavina, and again, slowing it down. We're just under, or just about at a minute left in this third quarter. Just hits a minute right now. Minute left in the third quarter. Lady Cardinals leading by 9, but they have been executing their offensive scheme tremendously well, especially from this half-court area and in the transition game. I mean, this is just a well-oiled offense for Mooney. Now with the ball wrap, Maddie McCann guarding. Maybe holding the ball for the last shot. Going to burn a minute off of the clock with it. And almost is stolen away. Zeta Cricky, nobody in front of her. Shot up. Couldn't finish it, though. That is one you need to finish. If you're Cricky, she just rushed it on it. She heard the footsteps coming.
Yeah, a little rushed on that. A little strong on the release off the glass. It's a shame you couldn't get that to go to close the quarter.
That's 14 seconds, 3-pointers up and in, another 3 for the Lady Cardinals. Alyssa Rapp makes that one, 12-point lead. Kicks it out, Chelsea Wheeler kicks it out again. Ayla Ray, last second shot, up and in to end the quarter. As Ayla Ray sinks it and cuts it to 10. Maybe the momentum the Lady Falcons need. Last game at Saturday ended with the Lady Cardinals winning it by 10. They're going to go into the third quarter by 10. Is it going to be much of the same of Saturday? The Falcons going to be able to battle back. We're going to have that fourth quarter and more here live on ysnlive.com.
When looking for home design inspiration, don't just be inspired, be Baird inspired. Whether new or remodeling, Baird Brothers has the latest trends like shiplap to refresh your home. Go from inspiration to installation with our wide selection of in-stock American hardwoods. From the rustic charm of antique oak to the warmth of traditional cherry, Baird Brothers has what you need to make your home inspiring. Baird Brothers, our family's heritage, your family's home.
As we welcome you back for the fourth quarter of action between the the Cardinal Mooney Lady Cardinals and the Austintown Fitch Lady Falcons. Cardinal Mooney up by 10 points, 8 minutes to go, Brandon. And I mean, we've seen a few times too, Fitch has been able to battle their way back, but the Lady Cardinals do a tremendous job of just pushing them back down. What are some things the Lady Falcons can do to really get over that hump and find themselves in the lead yet again?
Well, they need to get their shots to fall, and we just saw it there. They got some things to happen there at the end of that third period, but they're going to need a lot more of that. And you see they're running the off-ball screens here, a lot of movement, to the outside and the inside to see whatever looks you can get.
As Perrone to Ayla Ray. Ayla Ray to Zeta Creaky. As hitting the ground hard, no foul called there. Maddie McCann now with the ball, trying to do off-ball screens. Zeta Creaky works it inside. Chelsea Wheeler losing the handle on the ball, going coast to coast with it. Shot goes up, missing it though. Cara Perrone gets it to Maddie McCann. 7:25 left in the first. Falcons going to need to put together some sort of scoring run here to get back into this game. McCann drives to her left, kicks it out. Corner 3 up, no good. Rebounded by Huff. Huff running in transition now. Cross-court pass. This one goes to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo guarded by Wheeler. Tries to go inside. Zeta Cricky has it. In transition, 2-on-2. Cricky to McCann. McCann up, no good, but the foul is called. Let's see who this one is on. That's going to be on number 22. That's Alyssa Rapp. Alyssa Rapp, 7 fouls on the half for the Lady Cardinals, and the Falcons, again, in the bonus like they were in the first.
They're going to need to go to the line to make up some of these points if they can make it up here.
And, I mean, what you need to see, they need to be able to drive the ball without losing the ball is the key.
Correct.
Because they tried to do that, and they did attack the basket, like you said, Brandon, but it's keeping the handle on the ball was the issue, and they found themselves losing the ball a lot, and a lot of turnovers that they ended up paying for. But 2 for 2 at the line. Full timeout for Coach Nurnberger and the Falcons as Maddie McCann goes 2 for 2 at the line. I mean, back within a single-digit deficit yet again. I mean, you're only down 8. You got 7 minutes to go. As we see, Emma Bartlett and Jocelyn Jordan are going to be checking back in. But you just got to take care of the basketball.
Absolutely. You just have to be careful with it and have that communication on offense to get it to the right person. You know, unfortunate turnovers and travels have plagued both of these teams. The Falcons more than the Cardinals, but you're going to need some really good offense coming into this period to come back against a Mooney defense that has kept them completely under their thumb.
I mean, they've done an absolutely incredible job, Mooney all around. We talk about their offense, we talk about their defense. Mooney's just a great team. I mean, there's no other way to slice it. The Cardinal Mooney Lady Cardinals, they're just a great all-around team. They're so deep in the fact that they have just so many players that either they're big scorers or big defenders, big rebounders. They have so many players that know their role and where they're supposed to be. And I mean, by the way you hear Coach Baker coaching on the sidelines, it's discipline. It's a disciplined culture that's like know your role, do your job. And I mean, it's shown
into the scheme.
Yeah,
right.
And it's shown on the court because you see the way the Lady Cardinals play. As Huff gets swatted around. Let's see what that call was on. It's going to time out.
That's a 30-second time.
Right before the deflection.
Yeah. As Coach Baker, we talked with him too, and this was actually on Saturday, but he wants that culture of, you know, when you play the Lady Cardinals, you know it's this tough team of girls that are going to give it their all 100% on the court, and I mean they're going to leave nothing out but on the court, rather, I should say. And I mean, you see that though when you watch this team because it's hustle plays. It's
absolutely. He requires a lot of poise out of his girls out there. You know, they don't fret in these kind of tough situations that they find themselves in a lot.
And I mean, there's been so many times. I mean, just to your point, Brandon, where the momentum could have swung.
There's a steal,
but hasn't swung.
And a travel on Jordan.
As we hear Coach Sternberger.
He's using first names, Ty.
Irate at the call. Thought for sure there was a foul, traveling violation.
And there's some yelling from the stands.
Not sure. I'm not sure. Not sure how that is called a travel. Interesting call.
Very interesting call there.
As working it inside now are the Lady Cardinals. Maria Fire trying to do spin around and travel on the other end. Goes back to the Lady Falcons.
Just an unfortunate, series of events there for the Falcons.
Diorio checking in. You got to wonder if the travel violation is just making up for the other one at that point.
I mean, you could make a case. I could see it.
As Emma Bartlett to Maddie McCann. Maddie McCann, Diorio is guarding to Zeta Creaky.
They're making him work for it, Ty.
Absolutely. Emma Bartlett has the ball. She's checked back in foul trouble is Bartlett as well as Diorio. Zeta Creaky trying to put the moves on her, goes out to McCann. As Chelsea Wheeler tries to go all the way up, no good, but the foul. And again, maybe it comes from Chelsea Wheeler. She does a great job of keeping her composure going to the line.
Right, the way she glides through that lane there in the middle.
And we talk about it too. When you're down and in the bonus, that's one of the best strategies because, I mean, you're down by 8. So you're looking relatively, 4 to 6 successful trips to the line. But the positive, too, there's another positive is the clock stops, too, when you're at the line. So you get 2 shots right here with the clock stopped at 6:06. And, I mean, when there's no shot clock, in basketball, as a jump ball is called. Emma Bartlett had it, trying to pry it off of her was Maria Fire.
It's pretty chippy.
The Lady Falcons get the ball back. Or no, excuse me, Lady Cardinals get the ball on alternating possessions. But, I mean, you gotta try to get those shots at the line, especially with the Lady Falcons being in the bonus right now. As Maria Fire lost the handle on it. Ayla Ray came away with it. Ayla Ray running in transition. Emma Bartlett thought about the three, shuffled her feet. Yet another traveling violation.
And that's just unfortunate right there. Great take from the wing, just ruined by the shuffle.
The Lady Falcons are, I mean, for lack of a better word, just shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, every time they get it in transition, or they get an open look or an open lane. I think that the problem is, a nice shot by Scavina. Back up to 9 for the Lady Cardinals. They think about the shot before they think about the drive is the problem.
Right, that they're worried about that kind of release before they get there, and that kind of worry, you lose the ball even or go strong to the rack.
As Ayla Ray to Emma Bartlett. Emma Bartlett gets it back out. That's Chelsea Wheeler. Maddie McCann, screen set for her. Another traveling violation. Cannot keep the feet stationary for the Lady Falcons right now, and these turnovers are just killing them down the stretch. Down by 9. Can't afford to turn the ball over. 5:14 left in the fourth. Scavina to Maria Fire. Maria Fire out to Diorio. Diorio covered by McCann. Out. Swings it to the corner. Thought about the three. Scavina gets doubled in the corner. Inside Diorio. Shot is up. No good. And grabbing the rebound. Emma Bartlett running in transition now. Kicks it out to Creaky. Creaky drives out. Gets it to Wheeler. Wheeler shot up. And a foul is called. I believe this one is on Maria Fire.
Good in and out action on the passing there. Get the hit down low.
4 fouls for Fire. So both Maria Fire and Gia Diorio both being threatened of fouling out of this game now. And the Falcons, Chelsea Wheeler goes to the line yet again, rattles in and out. But the Lady Falcons, at this point, I mean, every foul is going to send them to the line. So you got to play that physical type of basketball and force them to foul. As Jocelyn Jordan checks in, Ayla Ray checks out. Just getting the ball is Diorio, out to Huff. Huff working it back to Diorio and implementing that full court press yet again are the Lady Falcons. And, I mean, you're going to probably just try to burn as much clock as Diorio turned on the Jets, kicked it to the corner. 3 is up, no good. Rebounded. It looks like a foul is called.
That foul is on Maria Fire.
Maria Fire is the one called for the foul. 5th foul, and Maria Fire has now fouled out. Double bonus for the Lady Falcons going to the line. This is how they get back into this game right now, the Lady Falcons, and maybe what they do.
And it's kind of a derivative of the aggressive play, forcing them to foul you.
They just took the biggest rebounding threat for the Lady Cardinals off the floor right now. So going to be interesting to see what the Lady Cardinals can do to make up for that lack of physicality down low, and might be a point the Falcons are going to look to attack going forward as well. There's another 1-for-2 trip. You got to start sinking. Got to start having successful 2-for-2 trips. Does go out of bounds. Stays with the Lady Cardinals.
Yeah, you're going to need those to fall if you want to come back in this game, especially with it just under 4 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Yeah, 4:23 left. Lady Falcons trail by 7. Foul is called. This one is going to be on. Let's see who it's. Maddie McCann is the one with the foul. That picks up her first foul of the night. As Diorio, guarded by McCann. Diorio trying to turn on the Jets. And another foul is called. Single bonus right now for the Lady Cardinals. That's going to send Diorio to the line. I mean, Diorio also another one. 4 fouls on the night. If you can get one drawn on her, then you take both Diorio and Fire out of this game. Falcons desperately needing to put some scoring together as DiOrio, such a good free throw shooter, puts that one up and in, extends the lead to 8, 4:20 left on the clock. As DiOrio's second shot, 2 for 2 at the line, and she'll make you pay almost every time. Maddie McCann bringing it up, DiOrio is covering. Gets it to Jocelyn Jordan, Jordan out, Emma Bartlett gets it to McCann. Creaky gets the ball handed off, deep 3 for Creaky, could not find the bottom on that one. Running in transition are the Lady Cardinals. Falcons trying to get to their spots. Rotuno to DiOrio. And I mean, gonna try to burn some clock. You figure with when you're up by 9, if you could take even just 10, 15 seconds off the clock each possession, you really make it hard for the Lady Falcons to come back in this one. They tried to go inside. Huff up and in, another shot for Huff. 20 on the night. As Maddie McCann to Zeta Creaky inside to Chelsea Wheeler. Wheeler, spin move up, no good, but another foul. This one is going to go on Huff.
You're going to need to be aggressive. Stay aggressive down low.
As Chelsea Wheeler goes to the line again for 2. And I mean, that might be the only path the Falcons have right now is through the free throw line. I mean,
and they're going to need to make them too.
Yeah, I mean, you are going to have to attack and just hope to get some fouls. And with the way that the Lady Cardinals play, they play a physical type of basketball. So they are going to be able to draw those fouls. It's just you can't lose the ball. As DiOrio has the ball back, guarded by McCann. Now Huff inside, up and in, trying to carry the team right now is Huff. Rebounded Lady Falcons, down by 10, needing a bucket here. Zeta Creaky out to Bartlett. Bartlett hands it off to McCann. McCann out to Creaky. Creaky to McCann. McCann inside to Jocelyn Jordan. Jocelyn kicks it out. Zeta Creaky from 3. No good. Grabs her own rebound. Tries to go up, and a foul is called, and it's on. I believe it's on DiOrio. Let's see. No, they call it on. Yeah, they do call it on DiOrio, and now DiOrio has fouled out of this game. So probably the biggest, 2:41, not much time, but the biggest golden opportunity the Lady Falcons have is Maria Fires now fouled out of this game. Gia DiOrio is now fouled out of this game. The two biggest defender, your perimeter, your inside defender, are off the floor right now for the Lady Cardinals. This is the opportunity the Lady Falcons need. But again,
starts at the line though.
The misses from the free throw line, you're looking at about 5 misses in the last 5 minutes that could have really put them within 5 points right now. Does convert the second one, gets it back to a single digit, but now the Lady Falcons really need to, you got to sharpen up from the line. You're right, Brandon. As Scavina gets it to Huff, and gonna just burn clock. That might be the only, the one play where the Lady Cardinals have. You have a 9-point lead with not much time, so losing 2 of your better defenders right now isn't gonna hurt as badly as long as you can move the ball efficiently and burn clock. Timeout called by Coach Baker and the Lady Cardinals. Full timeout, that is. But Falcons did get what they wanted. They got the 2 better players out of the game. You got DiOrio off the floor. You got Fire off the floor. 2 huge integral parts of the Lady Cardinals win on Saturday. But
that offense needs to follow for the Falcons, though.
Exactly, and like you keep saying, Brandon, you can't get those fouls called, and you can't keep going to the line if you're not making them at the line either.
Or you have to make them afraid of you at the line. You have to make it worthy for them to foul you. They'll just keep fouling you if you can only get 8 points. Half of what you would get on the floor even.
As we're looking at 2:17 left, the Lady Falcons trailing by 9, looking for their first win of the season. And it's going to come at a hefty load if they get it. 2:17 down by 9. They're going to need to fight their way back. In the double bonus, though, are the Lady Falcons. as they will go to the line on every foul. Gia Diorio, Maria Fire, both fouled out for the Lady Cardinals. In foul trouble on the other side for the Lady Falcons, Jocelyn Jordan and Emma Bartlett. As we see, Jordan is not currently on the floor. Emma Bartlett is. As Devin Zenzo will be inbounding for the Lady Cardinals. She gets it out to Ratuno. Ratuno driving on McCann, kicks it out. Back to Ratuno now. And I mean, Emmo, burn clock if you're Mooney right now. And a pushing foul and not what you wanted. Lady Falcons, opposite of what they want Mooney. They want to get those fouls from Mooney. They cannot foul Mooney right now to come back. It's got to be relatively a perfect, clean game of basketball for the Falcons going forward.
They're going to need to play some perfect defense going forward in the next 2 minutes and 6 seconds after these free throws.
As Ratuno sinks her first free throw, and that's the one thing about Cardinal Mooney. I mean, at least on the edges, on the guard set of Ratuno and Diorio, they don't miss free throws very often. They're very, very good free throw shooters. So we see another 2-for-2 attempt, and that is like what you said, when you go to the line, they make you pay. As McCann bringing it up now. Maddie McCann to Ayla Ray to Zeta Creaky. Inside, Ayla Ray, single step drop, up, no good. Rebounded by Cardinal Mooney, and I mean the Fitch offense just cannot come through. Goes out of bounds. Lady Falcons get the ball back.
Another turnover for the Falcons here to take maybe some control here.
They're going to need to make a bucket, though. Minute 40 left in this game. And the Lady Falcons just struggling shooting against this Lady Cardinal team.
They need some open shots here.
Step back three. Could not make that work for Emma Bartlett.
She may have got a hand on that.
As Ratuno almost lost the ball. And you hear Coach Baker and just how loud, how passionate he is on the sideline. I mean, comfortably sitting with an 11-point lead, minute 15 to go. But I mean, just, you want to talk about the culture of this team. I mean, just always just wants perfection from this team at all times. And I mean, something you should strive for if you're a coach.
And it's something attainable in basketball at this level, especially with the kind of squad you have here assembled. Very athletic and great poise on the floor.
Very next man up, Brandon. I mean, you want to talk, I mean, Saturday, the Lady Cardinals beat the Falcons, the Lady Falcons, 54-44 after a close back and forth affair. That came off of the scoring of Gia Diorio, Maria Fire, and I mean the passing of Diorio, the defense and rebounding of Maria Fire. The Falcons just took them both out of the game with, I think, 3 minutes left, and next man up in Mooney. I mean, and we've seen the Lady Cardinals have just replaced them. I mean, for lack of a better term, with two other girls that work just as efficiently as the other ones, and they're playing just as efficient defense as they were without them as they were with them.
And that's credit to the kind of system that coach is running at Cardinal Mooney. You know, great program, and it always has been for a while.
As Ayla Ray shot is up, couldn't get that one to bank in. Chelsea Wheeler Bartlett from three, no good. Rebounded by Lady Cardinals, and another foul is called. And I mean, we're under a minute now, but that should, for all intents and purposes, do it for this game, as the Lady Cardinals are going to win 2 games against the Lady Falcons in 3 days right now, as Katie Huff goes to the line for 2. She has 20 points on the night. And I mean, just an awesome scoring display. I mean, for lack of a better term, again, for Huff. She did a great job of working her way inside. I mean, just the passing, the in and out passing game of the Lady Cardinals. Just Falcons didn't really have an answer for it.
No, they really didn't, and they couldn't maintain them in their own offense, especially in transition, getting out in front of the Falcons. And getting up to the Falcon shooters, too, on the outside, and didn't let them set their feet really once. But they still had some go in, but they did what they needed to make them not go in for the most part.
That's her third.
As Chelsea Wheeler now will go to the line. 11 points on the night for Wheeler. She's the Falcons' leading scorer. Make it 12. But, I mean, for this, the Lady Falcons will drop to 0-3 on the season. Lady Cardinals will go to 4-1 with a win here tonight. So a great start for the Lady Cardinals. But I mean, you know, we talked to many coaches too in this tenure through boys and girls basketball, and an 0-3 start is not a death sentence for a high school team.
No, most certainly not.
Not at all. And I mean, most coaches, almost all of the coaches will tell you, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish is the more important thing. So, and we talked with coaches before, and they'll tell you, I mean, hey, if I go deep into the playoffs, if my team goes deep into the playoffs and they put together a great run, they go to, say, whatever, Final Four championship, are you really going to remember the 0-3 start? It's
absolutely.
So it's all about how you can execute going forward. And, I mean, Lady Falcons are in a position, they just need to know how to win. They do a lot of things really well.
Absolutely.
You just gotta put it all together.
They have a great foundation on defense. It's just really getting that offense kind of up to snuff of where you want to see it to match the intensity on defense.
Absolutely, and I mean, it will be interesting to see what the Lady Falcons can do going forward after starting out 0-3. We'll see what Coach Sternberger has for his team in store going forward. Of course, with the loss, the Falcons have dropped to 0-3. The Lady Cardinals go to 4-1. Next time you want to check out the Lady Cardinals, their next game scheduled for Wednesday, December 23rd. They're going to be playing South Range and the Lady Raiders. Not sure. It does not have, we don't see if it's listed if it's home or away, but that is going to be their next game on the 23rd. For the Lady Falcons, their next game is going to be away Monday, the 28th of December. That's going to be at Poland to face off against the Lady Bulldogs. For our next broadcast, both Brandon and I will have the boys Fitch basketball game. They're going to be home against Marlington tomorrow, and of course Brandon and I will have that broadcast all set for you. I'd like to thank you guys all for tuning in and watching this I guess episode we could say, or whatever, or stream might be a better term, of high school basketball. For Brock Kimball, our videographer who takes care of all the camera work, for Brandon Colangelo, our color commentator, providing us all the insight details throughout the game. But most importantly, for all of you who tune in and watch, I mean, our owner DJ Yoakley and our GM Steve Leslie, I mean, they put this together for all these schools to have these parents watching, but I mean, it's still you guys that watch that are the driving force behind why we do this, and I mean, able to just watch our kids and just back these schools and back these kids in these schools, and it's really great. So wherever you may be, either you're out by Cardinal Mooney territory out in Youngstown watching the Mooney Cardinals from afar, or you're here in Austintown watching the Lady Falcons, or wherever you may be in high school basketball. This is Ty Bartell bidding you all a farewell and a good night, everybody.
This broadcast stream is copyrighted by Yoakley Scott Corporation, LLC. Any other use of this telecast, any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without YSN's consent is prohibited.